After days of running, the TABO family arrived in Uganda. They say their village in the Democratic Republic of Congo was burnt down and attackers with machetes hacked to death some of their neighbors. The survivors walked for days trying to reach Lake Albert, which forms the border with Uganda. But crossing one of Africa's largest lakes was frightening.
We spent the night at the shore, hoping to cross in the morning. But when we set off with our boat, we got lost and ended up in hostile territory. People started shooting at us. We ran away and eventually found our way here.
Another danger is Ebola. The virus has killed at least 1,400 Congolese since the latest outbreak began last August. Ugandan health workers are on high alert to stop its spread. Every person is screened. So far, there have been no cases of the virus reported in this area. The refugees are then brought to this reception center where they're given temporary shelter and food paid for by the Ugandan government, the UN and international donors. Many families haven't eaten in days. They say they are tired, desperate and hungry. When they line up, they present the food coupon they've been given by aid agencies. The name is on the list. They then proceed to the table over here where they get a basic meal of a maize meal which is cooked with hot water. It's called here ugali, the local name, and they're also given beans as well. It's enough to keep them going for a few hours until the next meal, which will likely be in the evening. The United Nations says more than 300,000 people have been displaced by inter-ethnic violence in northeastern areas of the DRC since the beginning of this month. Most are said to be fleeing inter-ethnic conflict between the Hema and Lendu groups. Their fighting is about access to farmland as well as gold, oil and gas resources. Already this month, aid workers say nearly 4,000 refugees have arrived in Uganda.
Something that we realize that we are now seeing, like in May, we're having a lot of children below 18. So we are now yet to understand what is happening. So our child protection colleagues, they are trying to dig out and understand what was the problem and what is the problem really.
Uganda has more than 1 million other refugees from neighboring countries such as South Sudan. The new arrivals from the DRC and others following in their footsteps will stretch already limited resources. Haru, Mutasa, Jazeera, Kaguma, Uganda.